All right, look, beating the hell out of your opponent with some flashy card combos and huge power combinations is awesome and all, but you want to know what's better, do you? Filling their locations with absolute crap, driving them insane, and forcing them to either retreat or, lose. Priceless. Today's deck is called Pure Evil, ladies and gentlemen, and the whole purpose of this deck is to fill, swarm, and flood your opponent's locations with absolute crap. You're going to be doing all this while giving yourself some great counters to these crap cards and throw in a couple of high-powered cards to go ahead and seal the game and call it a day. Now, just in case you're new to my deck guides, we're going to go ahead and go through all of the cards that you're going to need for this deck, along with some substitutes, the correct combos to play, and strategy. And then we're going to wrap it all in a bow and play some test games at the end to show you how it all works together. And while I have you, if you don't mind taking a second and clicking the like on this video, and next to that, while you're down there, you can go ahead and subscribe to Cozy Snap for more daily Marvel Snap content. As a newer channel, it helps get us out there more to more Marvel Snap players. All right, let's go ahead and break down the deck and go through the cards, going through exactly which ones are imperative and then which ones you can substitute for some other options. So the first card we're going to talk about is Hood. Hood is perfect for this deck as you're going to get all the pros with him and none of the cons by usually sending this -2 garbage over to the enemy with the next card. In Viper. Now, Hood and Viper is one of the best perfect 1 and 2 turn combos. Play Hood on turn 1, followed by Viper to send Hood on the other side, get a free 6 demon, and just pure profit. She is excellent for sending any of the extra crap cards on your side over to the enemy. You'll just be sending tons of crap with her, and she's the definition of the pure evil. Next up, we have Black Widow, which is easy, guys. She's going to go ahead and have the enemy fill up one of their location spots with the infamous Widow's Bite, a 0/0 card, preventing them from not drawing cards, just adding an extra garbage on the enemy side. Our next card, Debris, is very important and a huge foundation to this deck. Debris is going to add a rock to each location for both players. However, your enemy is going to have no way to get rid of their rocks, and this entire deck is built around clearing the crap from our side, so you won't have to worry about that. Next, we've got the Goblin Brothers in both Green and Hobgoblin, the definition of just trash fodder. They're obviously perfect for this deck to continue the garbage train and finish off enemy locations. The best part is, if you happen to mess up, the next card will have you covered, and that is none other than Carnage. Now, Carnage fits this deck absolutely perfectly when it comes to Debris rocks, if it comes to the Hood without Viper, Green Goblin misplays. This is Nightmare Fuel Symbiote, helps your side to clean any mistakes and messes that might have happened along the way. For our next evil card, we have Hazmat. Now, ideally, you do want to play her early. She's not necessary in this deck, but what I love about her is your opponent is definitely going to have more cards than you because you'll be sending all the bad cards over to them. So the -1 that Hazmat puts out is very lethal to them, and you're not really reaping much of the con. And for the next big card we're about to reveal, it definitely helps with any misplays with Hazmat. So with these other cards, we're filling the locations with garbage. How do we get some actual power points on our side and to our locations? Well, with our next card, Destroyer, he's definitely the one to play in this deck. You can also play other high-powered cards, and they can probably get the job done as well. But Destroyer gets rid of all the mistakes on your side. One of their locations is going to be in the negative, and you're going to win by just that. And for the other location, you play this 16 power monster on your side to just seal the deal. And then on top of that, we've got a little extra cards in here to help out the Destroyer, but also help counter any of the weaknesses that this deck has. I like to have both Cosmo and Armor in this deck. They both help counter all the deck's weaknesses. Like I said, they can help kind of mitigate the problems with the Destroyer. And then also, if you're going against another Destroy deck so that the enemy can't play maybe Carnage or Venom to eat up all the crap, you can play Armor to go ahead and lock down one of those negative locations. Now, all of this takes us to the last spot. Now, if you want to know what cards are absolutely necessary, this is a very pool 3 heavy deck. I do want to say I'm focusing on a lot of beginner content, but I did want to bring some stuff for those that have a lot more cards. A lot of these cards are optional. I would say Debris, Viper, and Hood are all pretty important for this to really work consistently. And then, Carnage and Hazmat and a few of these other ones, most of you guys should have at this point. But what I want to go ahead and talk about is the final spot for cards. Now, this is a very fillable spot. You can also use these cards on this last spot to go ahead and throw in there into these other cards that you might be missing. However, who I like to play here personally is the leader, actually. Yes, it's another 6-cost card, and we do have the destroyer, but if you don't pull the destroyer, the leader is a great way to match whatever the opponent might throw at you. Also, for some other great card combinations, Nova fits in perfectly to go ahead and counter the hazmat that you played on your side, or, you know, the +1s at the end of the game are absolutely clutch. Professor X and Daredevil is a very good combo to throw in with this deck as well. Win a location with negative numbers, and then win a final location with Professor X on turn 5. Love Mojo. He's naturally going to have a lot of synergy with this deck, or the Punisher for a more early base card. Your opponent, quite simply, is going to have a lot of 4-stack card locations, so Punisher and Mojo are going to reap the benefits from that. And then lastly, Colossus with the Destroyer, maybe Polaris to help move around some cards. Rogue is great for countering the Patriot if you ran into that to boost up those rocks. And then, of course, you have Blue Marvel on your side if you want to bump up any of the crap cards that you have with you. But these are the main cards that are going to kind of help synergize with this deck. If you can think of any other poison or evil cards that should fit in here, go ahead and comment down below. All right, so those are all the cards you're going to need to know, along with some of the strategy and early combos like Hood and Viper. Let's go ahead and put it all together and see how it works and go into a match. All right, so here we go. We've got Pure Evil live in action, putting all the pieces together to make it work. Now, our opening hand is as bad as it can get with both Leader and Destroyer to start us out. But we also have Green Goblin and Hazmat. So we're going to go ahead and end turn 1. And he's going to be playing Mantis, which is fine. No big deal. We did not play into that. And we both get Project Pegasus. Now, this is probably not great for a video where I'm trying to show how the deck works. But without any question, we're going to slap down Destroyer. Typically, I like Leader because it can work on to counter what he plays. He's snapping. He feels confident. No big deal. We'll join him in that snap. Why not encourage the gambling? And here we go. We're going to play Destroyer mid. Let's see what he's got. All right, so he snapped, but then he doesn't quite know the play. And here we go. We've got Gamora, where he played wrong, and Sentinel. Very interesting that that's why he snapped, but hey, it is what it is. And we've got Destroyer out on turn 1. Now we're just going to fill his side with crap. That's the whole goal of what we'll do for the rest of this location's run with the way that things turned out. So here we go. Let's go ahead and throw down Green Goblin right side. And we've got a lot of things working for us. He's got more cards than we do, so Hazmat's going to be in our advantage here. And he's going to have to really make up for that mid play. He's throwing down Iron Heart, which will boost up the Green Goblin. And we've got some options here. So we've got Carnage. We can play Hood Carnage, not a bad one, too. We can do Black Widow to kind of throw down more garbage cards on his side. And I'm thinking that's the play. I love Carnage in the Hood, but let's go ahead. We're going to go and hit the Hazmat, followed by the Black Widow. And honestly, we'll spread those out a bit. This Hazmat's going to really hit him harder. And this is why I like them so much in this deck. Bam, -1s across the board. Fire away the Widow's Bite. And he has just so much making up to do with the power that we have. Now, because of Project Pegasus, it's kind of in reverse with Destroyer in the middle. So we've got Grand Central. Now, a lot of people forget that you want to get rid of some of your more garbage cards so that Grand Central will pull one of your better cards like Leader, and we can do just that. So we can play the Hood into Carnage like we wanted to do before, or Debris, which would pretty much end what he's trying to do here. But we'll give him a chance. Let's go and do the Hood into Carnage, and that leaves us with a bunch of different options. If Grand Central plays Debris, then happy days. And if not, we have the Leader as well. Probably could have played that a little bit different. And he's going to go Iron Man right side, which, all right, had a pretty good play there. We did get the Leader, which is going to copy his Iron Man. Man, this is a fantastic run for us here in a very weird game to show off. But we've got Demon now to pretty much secure the deal. I'm expecting most likely a forfeit here from him. But here we go. Let's just go ahead and finish it off with Debris, Demon, and call it a day, because there's really nothing that he can do to match what we have. He's going to play Sentinel in the middle, and that's going to be 8 cubes for us as we play Demon into Debris. So you guys can see we filled all those locations. That is the goal of this deck. A little bit in reverse order here, but you guys kind of get the picture. All right, so that last battle was a bit unconventional. Let's hope for a better battle here. And we've got ourselves a much more favorable location. Mirror Dimension. All right, so first starting hand, we've got Cosmo, Carnage, the Hood, and Hobgoblin. Not a bad curve for this deck. Of course, we're going to start out with the Hood on the known location. Now, let me know down below, do you guys play, where do you play your first card? Do you like it on the location you can see? Do you risk it for the biscuit? Let me know. Now, we've got a great location for our deck with all the cards being -2 or a -2 on top of the ones that they have in the middle. Let's go ahead and feed on that. And again, because we did not get Viper, we still have Carnage, which is a great play into the Hood. Now, we're going to wait on that play for a little longer to see if we get Debris. But again, I love that we have Carnage this early. Let's go and play, let's play Demon in the middle. I'll take that -4, or have the -2 bonus, have the +4 for us, and it's going to be tough for him to kind of catch up to that. And my gosh, another this is a great location. We've got -2 in the middle, garbage cards on the right. Unless he's got a Patriot deck, it's going to be tough for him to really make any sense of this deck. Let's go ahead. We're going to play Debris. Let's play Debris in the middle, which is then going to give him just garbage cards all around. And this is what I'm talking about. It's pure evil, baby. Wow. Okay. Well, he managed to get rid of everything by a Killmonger perfectly placed. I can't believe that. This is fantastic. Let's try that again. We still should have the advantage here with plenty of... Man, that's funny. I'm glad I got that live. Let's go ahead and throw out a Carnage and follow that up by a 1-cost Debris. It's not the best play either. Let's throw Carnage in. Let's risk it. Let's throw Viper to send a Raptor just in case they haven't. Followed by Carnage. We guessed correctly. We're going to send over one of the Raptors. Pretty much guarantee us that left side to win. And now we're playing with some different cards. But man, that kind of wipes some things away. It's turn 5 and we have a lot less going for us. Let's figure out what we want to do. So we do have the Destroyer and we have Hobgoblin. Destroyer obviously could be played next round, which would mean we'd have to do probably a Cosmo Black Widow play here. Hobgoblin would also pretty much guarantee us the win in the middle. But I don't love that because of the Destroyer play altogether. So let's go ahead and hit Cosmo in the middle, Black Widow on the left to give us a little bit of extra point advantage here. And then we'll finish that off by obviously playing the Destroyer in the mid. So here we go. We've got Magic. Of course, let's turn this into a 7-turn battle. And this guy's just got a lot of weird things happening for us. Now, Black Widow's going to send over that Widow's Bite that he's got to play. And the location where he plays that Widow Bite's going to help us out a lot. Because if he plays it in the middle, we know that he's just not going to go for that middle section. Let's go ahead and double down. Playing Hobgoblin right side would not be a bad idea, but if he fills that up, it's going to definitely hurt us. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to go and play Destroyer in the mid, and that will probably cause him to retreat, although let's see if we guessed right. I wanted to play Hobgoblin. Sometimes I kind of back out just in case it ends up really messing us up. He's thinking about it, and bam. Glad we didn't play Hobgoblin. He's going to play Doc Ock, and that still screws us like a ton. But let's see here. Our Hazmat will get a huge value out of all the cards that he has. And this is interesting. So it's 5-2 on the left side. He can't really beef that up anymore. We've got a 13-0 advantage in the middle, and we might as well make that even more filthy. Now, he won the right side pretty massively. Unless he's got like a blue Marvel, there's really nothing he can do to win that left side. I'm going to call his bluff. We're going to snap. We're going to send it. Let's send the Green Goblin over there.
A stupid-ass decision.
Well, bam. I'm an idiot. Wow, you got that live here because it was a Cosmo and I got a little excited. I got lucky. You know what? I'm not even not going to post this because this was the most sporadic, crazy match you could have with misplay galore there too at the end. But hey, this happens. It happens. You guys want to see me play more? You can go ahead and follow me on Twitch. I'm a partner over there at Cozy Gamer, and there's a 3 at the E there at the end. You'll see it right there or in the description down below. And that is going to do it as far as this deck guide. If you guys want to see more videos just like this one, again, go ahead and click that red subscribe button to help support the channel. And comment down below if you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more like it, guys. I wish you best of luck in the new season, and until the next video, happy snapping.